Alright, yo. So it's a different setting this time. I'm not out and about. I'm at my place chilling. And of course I had certain thoughts about um, what's been going on with me, my life, and how certain fragments of me is in other people's lives. Um, the last video I made was very draining. Um, I struggled to even drive back home. And drive back home. And I wanted to walk the park again, walk around it, but my body just said no. And nothing's really going to change regarding that, uh, except me. except, yeah, except me. But it's a few things uh, ruminating in my mind. One thing being fake spirituality, or just the spiritual world in general, and how there's nothing false in that world. There's nothing false in that world. And sometimes the people that you love dearly, you'll get information from that world in your dreams and even in your daily life. The tangible, right? And at least with me, everything was deemed true. I could go on another tangent, expressing my anger towards just my experience with people and how they treated it to be so, like, I guess like a game. Just pick up and play, put down when you don't want to deal with it, and then you progress back into reality. And how you are in reality is the version of you that you're really running away from. Or you might be trying to mend, or but I have a little story. I met someone, and I'll be honest, like, it was one of those situations where I didn't really follow my intuition about something. Um, um, I woke up at, I think, 9 in the morning, and she had told me something that she was doing like super early. And, at that time I didn't question it. But as time went on, that question mark became bigger and bigger as the relationship went on. And this person was someone who was very into spirituality, right? And then there was me. I feel like I've been living in it, but surviving in the real world. So any trace of inauthenticity, like I immediately pinpoint it. And that was a moment where I didn't really have I couldn't fully entrust myself with what I really wanted, because it was fake. And there came a time where things got kind of sour, and they started doing love spells. um, and as we know, love isn't all just full-blown adoration, and love isn't always just healthy, right? There's a transformative aspect of it. um, there's a dark side that needs to be highlighted, needs to be presented to possibly experience a divine love, right? But those spells that were done backfired. It was a catalyst to me becoming a lot more impulsive, and a lot of my life wasn't really lived on impulse, um, unless things were like very like critical, I guess, right? But in general, it wasn't. But I'm telling you, like, that one little question mark that I put to the side, like I said, it grew bigger and bigger. But also, the landscape of the spiritual world became such more expansive, and I was able to really navigate through it. Some things I saw were painful, some things were beautiful, but mainly painful. It showed me versions of that person that I never wanted to accept, even though I knew, like, I knew. But my frustration lies in the fact that there are some people who will tread into that world simply off of fabrication and not even just running away from their shadows, but trying to put themselves in like an esteemed position in the real world, in reality. But you know, like the previous video said, like it's just manipulation. Yeah. I'm learning how sensitive I am to this world, period. Like, the videos I've been recording, you can hear my, this mic is actually good at picking up my breathing, but I was born with severe asthma. I definitely grew out of it somewhat, but it's kind of trippy hearing it in the videos. But I'm not gonna make any edits or anything. So and that is just a world that you cannot fuck with. You can manipulate and extract and take advantage of people in the physical, but in that realm that you don't want to see, that realm that you're not ready for, there's nothing that you can manipulate. Everything is. It just is. And sometimes, not even sometimes, every single second that I live, that I breathe, every millimeter that I move is influenced because of that world. And I've become fearless. And at my worst, I wrote something about this a while ago. At my worst, you know, I want to be tempted to protect it. Um, the past few days, I've been. How many times have I said this? I've been a little angry about stuff. A lot more loss. And a lot more loss and I just really feel crushed because I know the power of charm. Whether it's mine or someone else's. And it could be, as of late, it's just used to belittle me and all that I've done. There's charm, and then when I'm when I'm in the equation, here comes the lies, the deceit. And today I chose to stay in because the past couple of days I've driven like probably like 200 some miles. um, so I just stayed in. But I stayed in and I had my moments where I was cursing this world and cursing someone out. Cursing someone out. And I don't even care about me when it comes to people who lie and claim that they're good liars. All for the sake of wanting to be adorned. It doesn't matter how I react to those people because, or it doesn't matter now. I guess I should see those moments as like a necessary um, expression. But you know, people don't care. There's joy. There's joy to be had. So much expansion to take advantage of, regardless of the hurt that you cause, regardless of the trail that you leave behind, the debts that you haven't paid. They don't care. But these pensive moments, I mean, I feel cool right now. I was playing some tunes. I got this watermelon I need to cut. I'm gonna cut it tomorrow. I don't wanna, I don't wanna do it tonight because I don't feel like going outside to throw out the rinds. Yeah, not tonight. That's my monitor had turned off. And one more thing too. I'm at 20 minutes. I have a lot to say, huh? Usually at a slow pace. Some people come into your life not filled out, and it reminds me of as a kid how we would get those. They were like, well, they were like coloring books, but you would like connect the dots, like just trace outlines. I think that's what you do for demons. You get information from the spirit world, and you're gonna just keep on tracing and tracing and tracing and tracing and tracing and tracing. And then there may come a time where you might fill that out. And you see the picture right there. And you gotta choose what to do with it. Or you let them choose what to do with you. Which is embarrass you, ridicule you, fake apologies. And shit, compare you. All right. Y'all have a good day, a good night. See you.